the headlines over the last couple of days about corruption in counties, corruption this. They were trying to take the thunder away from the DEFCON. So as Kenyans, at times we are so negative generally. We have just concluded the official opening ceremony of DEFCON 2025, which ceremony was graced by His Excellency the President, who officially opened the conference for us. So beginning now, it's officially opened, and now we are moving to the side events. There's at least, give or take, about 15, 16 side events every single day for the next 3 days, discussing a lot of things, a lot of areas of devolved functions, governance, accountability, and all manner of topics. So I think we had 12,000 seats in that hall, in that plenum hall, and every single seat was occupied, you can imagine, and there's still some people outside. So it's over 12,000 people in attendance. It's probably going to be the biggest DEFCON that we've had thus far. So far, so good. We hope that it ends well on Friday, when the Deputy President will be here to close it for us. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock in the morning, the plenary session will be addressed by His Excellency the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, Prime Minister. So you're all welcome.
Any takeaways? We have an audience of mostly young people. Any takeaways for young people?
Actually, this conference for young people, because the theme for the people, for prosperity, devolution as a catalyst for inclusion, equity, and social justice, was as a result of the Gen Z manenos that we had, where the youth felt that their voices were not being heard. They wanted to speak about tax matters and the tax regime that was being suggested. They wanted to speak about their place and their input into governance matters. And we thought that this theme is very apt, in line with the goings on. So we asked the youth to participate, and we have had also youth forums, which was attended by some of my colleagues, as part of the build-up to the main activities of the conference. So this is an opportunity to hear the youth, to hear other marginalized groups, to hear our women folk, to hear persons who are differently abled, to all tell it to us as to how we can do things differently to ensure that then our counties are working for everybody, and that how to make them feel included, what it is that we have done well, what we could do better. So it's a good opportunity.
Finally, Your Excellency, I know there's been a bit of challenges between the Exchequer and the Council of Governors or counties. Do you think we are going to see maybe such forums could be white smoke and light at the end of the tunnel to make sure that...
This is a question that always comes up. These things are normal. Everywhere in the world where there are, subnationals, where there's government at more than one level, right? Whether we call them counties or states or regions or wherever, and where there is some mechanism of transfer of money from the center down to the subnationals, those challenges will always be there, because this money is all collected at the center and then through a formula distributed. So, and depending on the pace of collection and collecting it at the center, there could be those delays. And as governors, we will continuously raise. And that's why I said devolution is a journey. It's not an event. It's a process. We are somewhere. We hope to get it better. And finally, it will get much better. But other than the month-on-month delays, for the last fiscal year, at least everybody got their money on time by, as I said, in that hall by 30th of June. Of course, once the money is released by Treasury, it's also a process to access it, and this is because of the PFM Act. Those bottlenecks are also part of the control systems, but we could be doing much better in terms of timely disbursement and timely releases. And we'll continue raising the matter until we feel that it's working seamlessly.
Final
Thank you.
question on
Yes.
youth issues. There's a bill being pushed in the Senate that once it founded in the law that some amount that comes to the counties is distributed to the creative economy and to help youth, to help set up sports facilities. What do you think about that?
I think every county, and in one way or the other, has youth programs, one way or the other. There are counties that have set up what is called incubation funds for businesses, where they, loan, youth some money to start some capital incubation for business capital. There are others, of course, sports is largely devolved also, that invest in supporting clubs, putting up sports facilities. So all these are important, if you ask me, and the counties must work for all groups. In certain counties, I know counties such as mine, for instance, that have a disability fund, where they actually give stipend monthly to families taking care of disabled persons. So the counties should work for all of us, and they should work for the bottom of the pyramid people. They should work for the less advantaged in society. They should work for the marginalized groups, notwithstanding the resource challenges. And usually the challenge is that these stories, when we try to bring them out to the media, we're told these are PR stories. Media likes pushing negativity, right? You saw the headlines over the last couple of days about corruption in counties, corruption this. They were trying to take the thunder away from the DEFCON. But DEFCON is here, and there's 12,000 attendants, and we're going to speak about how to improve devolution. So as Kenyans, at times we're so negative generally, right? But there's a lot happening, and regardless of whether there is negativity or not, as I said in that hall, devolution is the best form of bottom-up transformation. There is no other way of doing it. You have to do it through, and as I said, devolution is not only important economically, it's also important for the political stability of this country. So that every corner feels that they belong. Can you imagine if there's no devolution bringing 12,000 people to Homa Bay town? From the rest of Kenya. Yeah, you can see in this town, how it's flourishing. I end it there, guys.
Thank you very much.